Alright, what is happening? How's everybody doing today? My name is Chuck and welcome back to a brand new video. So today here we have some pretty exciting news that has actually been surfacing around on the internet and especially over on charlieintel.com revolving around the next Call of Duty installment, which is going to be coming out later this year in roughly around probably October, November, aka Call of Duty 2020. Now there's been some leaks, some rumors, some information, and a whole bunch of stuff going around, so I figured I wanted to kind of summarize it all up here, put it into a video for you guys, and tell you guys absolutely everything that is happening with Call of Duty 2020, what you should be looking out for. So with that being said, let's get into it. But real quick, if you guys could do me a favor and smash a like on the video, that would be amazing. Also subscribe with those notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and definitely comment down in the comment section below letting me know what you're looking forward to most about the next Call of Duty and everything like that. So the first thing we have to address basically is who is going to be making Call of Duty 2020. And you guys know that basically Call of Duty for the past however many years has been kind of more or less, you know, split into a 3-year development cycle. Originally, it was a 2-team development cycle of Treyarch and Infinity Ward. Basically, Treyarch makes all the Black Ops titles, Infinity Ward makes all the Modern Warfare titles. Then we had Raven Studios brought in, which helped with Modern Warfare Remastered. Now we actually have Modern Warfare, so kind of a little bit tricky, at least in that regard. But, you know, Raven actually came in to help with some other stuff. They've helped with, you know, Warzone. They've helped with actually making this game for Modern Warfare. They've helped a whole bunch of different stuff, and a lot of people were thinking that they were going to get their own game, but actually what was supposed to be going on next was the year that was going to be right after the Infinity Ward one, which was going to be this year's Modern Warfare, was actually going to be a Sledgehammer title. But for whatever reason, Sledgehammer kind of had some sort of falling out, some sort of internal stuff, and a lot of people were having, you know, disagreements on the direction to go for the game. And so that being said, essentially, you know, Activision stepped up and basically booted Sledgehammer off of the main development role and said, hey, we're done with you guys, you're taking too much time, like, you know, you're not really going to provide us, you know, a title that we're going to be proud of, and just based on the direction you're going, so we're going to instead slap Treyarch over onto this next year's title. So it is confirmed that, you know, Treyarch has been taking over the development for this year's Call of Duty, working with Raven and possibly with, you know, the pieces of Sledgehammer Games. As you guys know, the two heads, Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield, are no longer there, and so there's a whole bunch of stuff that kind of happened with it. So it kind of really is what it is, that they're not really the studio they once were that made, you know, Call of Duty World War II and some other games previous, and helped out with some other stuff previous. But I mean, you know, that's just kind of what we're dealing with. So Treyarch was supposed to only be making the title afterwards, but now they're making this year's title. Just wanted to make that very clear. Something we also have to discuss is that this year's title was actually, you know, kind of rumored to be more or less a Black Ops reboot, or maybe a follow-up into the series known as Black Ops 5. You guys have definitely seen Black Ops 4 gameplay around on my channel, or if you've watched any of my live streams when I used to live stream over on Facebook, you have definitely seen some of those Black Ops 4 gameplays. I mean, I used to actually really enjoy playing Black Ops 4. It was kind of more or less like a Black Ops 3.5, which necessarily wasn't a bad thing, just minus the booster movement. And they had a, you know, a good amount of features. They took good care of the game, and Treyarch actually did a pretty solid job. I actually still really enjoy that game. I just more or less won't go back and play it because I'm so sucked into regular Modern Warfare and of course playing Warzone, as that is, you know, the newer addition to the game. So with all that being said, more or less, is it going to be a Black Ops 5? Is it going to be a Black Ops series reboot where it's more or less a compilation, kind of more or less like they did with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, as we've had, you know, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, we also had, you know, COD 4 Remastered, we had Modern Warfare 3, and this was technically would have been Modern Warfare 4, but it's not Modern Warfare 4, it's just Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So we've already had Black Ops 4, and we don't necessarily maybe need a Black Ops 5. What people are saying is that we're going to be taking it back to some of the OG roots of Call of Duty and going back to potentially Call of Duty Vietnam. So Call of Duty Vietnam could be the next generation title, and I want you guys also to keep this in mind, is that this could very well be a series reboot, because if we want to take a little bit of a look back at one of the more OG Call of Duty games, this is way previous to me even posting on YouTube or anything else like that, just back when I was more or less a casual player that still wanted to be good at the game, wanted to still drop some streaks, but this is before I even thought about recording a single video, which was back to the original Call of Duty Black Black Ops. And, you know, that's way back in like, what, 2010, 2011, something like that. Basically, my freshman year of high school. I'm currently, you know, 24 now. So, yeah, basically like 10 years ago as the time I'm, you know, making this video that, you know, Call of Duty Black Ops came out, or just, you know, a little over, you know, based on the months. You guys get what I'm saying. You guys get the point. But that title was actually based around basically the 1960s, I think, give or take, 50s, whatever it was. It actually had to deal a lot with, you know, going over into Vietnam and some other stuff. The story was really cool. The characters were very, very memorable. And also, I got very hooked onto zombies when I played that game. So, I mean, zombies is definitely something I think a lot of people are looking forward to, especially when it comes to a Treyarch title, as they are very, very good with the zombie storyline, the characters, the maps, etc., etc. But something that I'm actually also very interested in is that the fact that this title is actually going to be coming out roughly probably around a month before, or roughly around the same time as the current next generation consoles, aka the PS5 and the new Xbox, whatever the new Xbox is called. I can't exactly remember. I'm drawing a blank on it, but the new consoles, the PS5 and the new Xbox, are going to be coming out in, I believe, holiday time, probably around Thanksgiving, like November-ish, you know, that you know, holiday season. That's when they're going to be dropping. And you guys always know that Call of Duty either drops in October or November, so we're going to potentially have a game that is going to be out on, you know, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One for maybe about a month or so at maximum, kind of something similar to what we dealt with in Call of Duty Ghosts, where the PlayStation 4 was coming out. So we had, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts on PlayStation 3 for probably like a month. Like, actually, I think it was like 2 weeks before the PlayStation 4 came out. Then you're able to trade in your game and get the PlayStation 4 version, which obviously I did because I pre-ordered the PlayStation 4, and, you know, I got it, you know, as soon as the PlayStation 4 came out. I was on that thing like white on rice. I wanted to play the PlayStation 4 as the next generation console. So I'm assuming with that being the case, it's going to be a bit interesting to see how Treyarch, and help with Raven, and also help with, you know, portions of Sledgehammer, is able to formulate their game as a Black Ops series reboot, saying that it is indeed going to be Call of Duty Vietnam. How are they actually going to be able to intertwine everything and make it run good on PlayStation 4, and also a significantly more powerful PlayStation 5 and new Xbox? And I say PlayStation first because I'm primarily a PlayStation person, and that's just my platform of choice. No disrespect to anybody else that's on PC or Xbox. I know PC can technically be a lot more powerful than the consoles, and they are definitely a lot more powerful than our current consoles, and they can run the games at, you know, astronomically high frame rates compared to what we got. But, you know, for us console people, or us console peasants, it's going to be a welcome upgrade to get our next console. So what remains to be seen is how they're actually going to integrate the game onto the last generation, and I would assume the next generation. That's something we just have to be on the lookout for. Oh, we really don't have too much more information. I would love to see what you guys think down in the comment section below about Call of Duty 2020. I try to make this video and make it as informational and as cool in terms of speculation as possible. I know there is going to be a lot of stuff coming out here in the next few months, so I will definitely be making follow-up videos talking about new information about Call of Duty 2020, because I am very excited. I'm super passionate about Call of Duty, and I love just to make videos on it. I love to play it, and it's just got me thinking, you know, what's going to happen? Are they going to launch exclusively on the next generation of consoles? Is Warzone going to transfer over to that next generation? Are we going to have a battle royale next year, or is zombies going to take the place? There's just a lot of things that are up in the air. And even speaking of, is it going to be free to play? Free to play has been a huge thing, and as you guys saw, you know, Warzone has been massively successful with it having over 50 million players on it. That'll probably explain why some of the servers are so very much, like, they're so very laggy. It's just because they have so many people on it. I don't think Call of Duty has ever had this many people on their servers, probably apart from like way back in the day on like some of the earlier Call of Duties like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2, when Call of Duty was a lot more mainstream popular, and you could log on and see the player count and see there'd be like multiple millions of people online at a time. I love to see the player count. Why did they even take that away? The player count was great. But anyways, I'm not gonna rant on here too much longer. Thank you guys so much for coming through. If you guys enjoyed this video, slap a like on it, subscribe with those notifications turned on. Definitely comment down below what you were most looking forward to about Call of Duty 2020, and any questions you have, I'll do my best to answer them. And with that being said, I'll see you guys back here again tomorrow with yet another brand new video. Just from Triple Cap, don't be Randy, and I'm out. Peace.